Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Shila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We will read from Caitanya Charitamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter 20. The Lord instructs Sanatana Goswami, text 247 to 248. Balya Pohanda Haya Vigrahira Dharma Etarupalila Etarupalila Karina Vrajendra Nandana. I will read this verse and we will repeat next. Childhood and boyhood are the typical ages of the deity. Krishna, the son of Maharaja Nanda, performed his pastimes as a child and as a boy. Next text. Anantavatara Krishnara Nahika Ganana Shaka Chandranyaya Koridi Darashana Anantavatara Krishnara Nahika Ganana Sakka Chandra Nyaya Koridi Darashana Anantavatara Krishnara Nahika Ganana Sakka Chandra Nyaya Koridi Darashana. You can repeat. Anantavatara Krishnara Nahika Ganana Anantavatara Krishnara Nahika Ganana Sakka Chandra Nyaya Koridi Darashana Anantavatara Krishna Akhitanana Vakachandanyaya Puri. Mataji, please. Anantavatara Krishna Akhitanana Vakachandanyaya Puri. Anantavatara Krishna Akhitanana Vakachandanyaya Puri. Ananta, unlimited, Avatara, incarnations, Krishnera, of Lord Krishna, Nahikaganana, there is no possibility of counting. Sakachandranyaya, by the analogy of the moon and the branches of a tree. Kari, I make. Digdarashana, a slight indication. Translation and purport His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Shiva Prabhupada Ki. There are innumerable incarnations of Krishna, and there is no possibility of counting them. We can simply indicate them by giving the example of the moon and the branches of a tree. Again, there are innumerable incarnations of Krishna, and there is no possibility of counting them. We can simply indicate them by giving the example of the moon and the branches of a tree. Report. Although the moon appears to be located in the branches of a tree, it is actually situated very far away. Similarly, none of the avatars or incarnations of Lord Krishna are within this material world, but they are visible by the causeless mercy of the Lord. We should not consider them to belong to this material world, as stated by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 9:11. Avajanantyamam mudha manushantanam ashritam parambhava majananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the supreme Lord of all that live. Avatara descend of their own free will, and although they may act like ordinary human beings, they do not belong to this material world. Lord Krishna in his avatars can be understood only by the grace of the Lord. Nayamatma pravachanena labhya namedhaya nabhuna shrutena yam eva shavrinutatena labdha tasyaisha atma vivrinutetanum. Swam Katha Upanishad 1:2-23. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by means of expert explanations, vast intelligence, and even much hearing. He is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person, he manifests his own form. Adhapita deva padam bhujadvaya prasada leshano rihita evahi janati tatvam bhagavan mahimno nachanya ekoti chiran vichinvan. Bhagavatam 10:14-29. My Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue studying the Vedas for many years. Again the verse. Anantavatara Krishna Ranahika Ganana Sakha Chandra Nyaya Koridi Darashana. There are innumerable incarnations of Krishna, and there is no possibility of counting them. We can simply indicate them by giving the example of the moon and the branches of a tree. Omehinatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Caitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupaka Damahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this place, Lord Chaitanya describe to Sanatana Goswami, his direct disciple, about incarnations of the Lord. And before that, half a chapter, he was describing incarnations of the Lord. And now he begin explain the he explained expansions of the Lord. Sorry, and now he begin explain incarnations of the Lord, avatara, Sanskrit avatara. And we know that difference between expansions and incarnations is that expansions of the Lord can reside eternally in the spiritual planets, but incarnations or avatara means those who descend in this material world. Therefore, he began explain the incarnations, what those forms of the Lord who can be seen by ordinary living being. Volume. Yeah, I usually I speak not loudly. I'm sorry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And first thing, Lord Chaitanya speak to Sanatana Goswami that number of incarnations is unlimited. There is not possible to count them. And we know not several incarnations, main incarnations of the Lord. Yes, in his bhajan Dashavatara Stotra, Jayadev Goswami explained 10 main incarnations of the Lord. And but really, it's innumerable incarnations of the Lord. And before explaining these incarnations, Lord Chaitanya speak to Sanatana Goswami that I will try to explain you about these incarnations, but it's really, anyway, it's far from real understanding. I only can give direction how to understand, at least to some extent, to understand these incarnations. And he gives example moon, which can be seen through the branches of the tree. And I want to ask you, Do you try to see moon through the branches of the tree? Did you try? Some? No? No? I tried. It really works. It's interesting. Yeah. The meaning of this example is if we see moon in the sky, very difficult to understand what her speed, how they move. Very difficult to understand because there is no relation with some object we cannot understand. But interesting that the moon is moving and not very slow, really. And I saw the moon through the branches of the tree in just half a minute. You can really understand that moon move. Yeah, move. He gives this example not just there is some meaning of example. Lord Chaitanya once explained Sanatana Goswami that I will describe you incarnations, but there's some far from reality, for some hints, some details, but really fully understand them very difficult in to be in conditioned conditioned state of our life. And we know that we conditioned by material body, gross body and subtle body. Therefore, 99.9% of our experience is through our gross body and subtle body. Yeah. Therefore, we need some examples which can be understood, which we can understand in our conditioned state of consciousness and existence. Yeah. And that's very interesting. Moon. The moon is move, really move. Yeah. And when I read this verse, I remember one of the avatara is Varaha, is boar avatara. All of you know about avatara Varaha, boar avatara. Yeah? Yeah. Hog. You don't know? Okay. One of the 10 main avatars is Lord came in the shape of boar, hog. Yeah. In this type of avatar, there are many types of avatars, and this type of avatar is called Lila avatar. Lila avatar means avatar who make pastimes. Yeah. Sometimes devotee ask why boar, but maybe some another form. But really, according to I think 11 canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord comes in every form of life. Yeah, but anyway, we should consider that when we speak about pastime, it means desire of particular person. Yeah. For example, you can desire, you can like this color, another person like another color. Yeah. Some person like to walk and when there is sunshine. Some person like to walk when there is rainy. It's rare, but really, for example, it's the same if we consider that Supreme Lord is person, that means he has his own desire. And if he has his own desire, not difficult to understand that he can have desire to come in the form of boar, for example. Yeah, do you understand? Yeah, this. And interesting. In this verse, Srila Prabhupada explains that the persons who fool and ignorant they cannot understand transcendental nature of the world, and in many places, his book Srila Prabhupada explains that even when Lord Krishna was present on this planet Earth, not everyone could understand that he is Supreme Lord, and demons like Jarasandha, like they don't understand that he is supreme. They thought that he is very powerful, mystic, powerful person. And for example, when Krishna came as to encourage, came to Hastinapur in the ending of retirement of Pandavas, he came to Hastinapur to ask Kauravas give property of Pandavas. Yeah, the Kauravas refused. Duryodhana refused, and then Krishna showed to Duryodhana and all present kings his universal form in the assembly house of in the assembly palace of Hastinapura. And interesting is Duryodhana did not understand that he is supreme lord. He thought this Krishna is kind of mystic, very powerful mystic. He show us some illusions, yeah, but really he's not supreme lord. He could not understand because his heart was full of envy and he was non-devoted. Yeah. Therefore, it's very interesting. Yeah. And according to Varaha incarnation in the form of boar, when uh, Lord Brahma asks Swayambhuva Manu, his son, to produce generations of living beings. And Swayambhuva Manu asked Lord Brahma, his father, how can I do this job if Earth situated on the bottom of the Karpadaka ocean? Yeah, the earth drowned in the ocean. How can I rule the living being? Because Mother Earth on the bottom of the Karpadaka ocean. And when Lord Brahma considered what to do, the small boar, like a upper part of big finger, thumb, yeah, on English, this finger thumb, yeah, it's upper part of thumb came out from his nostril. Yeah, it's something unusual. Yeah, it's the same. Lila Avatara, Lord, yeah, it's pastime. Yeah, from his nostril was Lord Brahma was very amazed what's going on, and again a few moments this small boar became size of huge size. Yeah, huge size. Lord Brahma have never seen this form, life form. What and he was considering what this living entity came. Yeah, and very interesting explained in Srimad Bhagavatam that he thinks that something is person some his divine nature is not ordinary demon like ordinary person. Something divine is going on. Yeah, this feeling it was in his heart, and interesting is he didn't feel fear before this form because form was huge, amazing, and it it looks like this person has unlimited power. Yeah. It's naturally when we see some person has who has very strange and very powerful, we feel ourselves little afraid. Yeah, it's interesting. It's natural, psychological. And Lord Brahma also living entity. But when he saw this kind of living entity is amazing, he didn't feel fear in his heart. It's interesting. And he was surrounded by great sage Kumaras. The great sage like in Marichi and other, and he observed this personality. And when Lord Varaha makes sound, just like boar, yeah, and when boar make sounds, usually it's not very pleasurable, yeah, yeah. But when Varaha Avatara makes sound, this sound enlivened Lord Brahma and his associates, enlivened, because all his associates, great sages, who make austerities and study Vedas for many, not years, lives. Yeah. And he was surrounded sage from Janaloka, Tapaloka, Maharloka, these highest planet systems in this universe. In this planet system, in those planet systems lives only sage. There is no any materialists. Yeah. Yeah. And when Lord Varaha makes sound, they accept this sound as transcendental vibration, not like some wretched some sound. Yeah. And they respond his roaring by recitation Vedic hymns. Do you understand? Yeah, what I mean to say. And Lord Varaha again roar, and after that he go in the water to lift the earth from the bottom of Harbadaka ocean. Yeah. In just before he go in the water, he began to search earth by smelling, use his nose, just like boar looking for the food. Yeah, you know, if you live in the places where there is many boars in Ukraine, there are many places. You can see that in the morning, all earth near around the trees. There are many sites of boring. They have to dig earth, and they looking for food. Yeah, and all trees that around the trees there are some digging result of some digging process. Do you understand? Yeah, yeah. And Lord Varaha began to smell, try to find where is Earth, particular place in the bottom of the in the Harbadaka Ocean, where in which particular place situated. And after that, he go in the water to live. And why I speak about this moment, this because Srila Prabhupada recite this verse from Bhagavad Gita 9:11 that for those who fools and ignorant, I never to be seen. I never can be they never can understand me. But when there is devotee, he can understand even in his heart, even they don't know what is going on really, who is, but they feel that there's something divine. There's something divine. Yeah. And we know that we get knowledge, spiritual knowledge, from the two sources, from outside and from inside. From outside, like this from spiritual master, revealed scriptures, and from inside as a super soul. Therefore, sometimes devotee cannot understand how to do, but they can feel that it's good. Yeah, it's like Pandavas who, when Arjuna brought Draupadi in the house, cottage of Pandavas, and told his mother Kunti, "What I brought some valuable thing with me." She didn't pay attention. She didn't see, and because it was behind her, and she told, "Whatever you brought, please share with your brothers." It was very unusual because according to Vedic Dharma Shastra, one woman can have only one husband. Yeah. It was some dilemma, some discussion, and Maharaj Yudhishthira, it was last point because he was very pious, and he very devoted. He was well known in the world as Dharmaraj. And one of the first sin which he told, I feel that it can be do. Yeah, it's possible. I feel it's possible. And after some consideration, he found quotations from the Shastras. Sometimes it's happened, yeah, in the previous ages in history and in the Shastras. Yeah. But first, what he told that I feel that it's good. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's not adharma, it's dharma. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. And this Srila Prabhupada gives in this commentary gives this verse from Katha Upanishad. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by means of expert explanations, vast intelligence, or even much hearing. He is obtained only by those, by one whom he himself chooses. To such persons, he manifests his own form. That means that even we very successful devotee, some devotees have many skills. Yeah. Big managers, big, very successful distributors of the books, worshipper of the deities. Shri Gauritai ki, Vishwanath ki, Shri Gauritai, Giridhari Lala ki, Jai. Yeah, we can be very expert in some particular devotional service. We can chant many rounds. When I was brahmachari, I had my friend. He's not alive. I had my friend. He used to wake up about 2 a.m. and he used to chant 16 rounds before Mangala. It was his tapasya. Yeah, yeah. Many sometimes devotee make some observe some fast, many, yeah. But we should understand from this quotation that we should understand that Lord if Lord open, Lord can give us mercy and can give knowledge about Him to us when He chooses, when He will choose us, yeah. When He will agree to give some enlightenment to us. And therefore we should always remember that we should be very humble. We should be very humble and to discharge devotional service in humble mood of dependence of the Lord. This right mood. Yeah. And if we get some big results of our service, we should give these results, give the credit of such work to Lord and spiritual master. This right mood of devotee. Yeah. Devotee have never think that it is by his own efforts he achieved such a great result. And we know that Srila Prabhupada was very successful in distributing Krishna consciousness all over the world, but he always say that it is just by mercy of my spiritual master I achieve such results, only by his mercy. I am nothing. Yeah. And do you know Yadubara Prabhu? Yeah, many of you know Yadubara Prabhu. Yadubara Prabhu, the husband of Mataji Vishaka, who is temple president in Bhaktivedanta Manor. Mataji Vishaka, temple president in Bhaktivedanta. She and he disciples of Srila Prabhupada. And Yadubara Prabhu, his husband, well-known person in ISKCON. When he came in our city, in my country, one devotee asked question after lecture. He asked, what you can say after practicing Krishna consciousness so many years, after so many years to be in Krishna consciousness movement, what you can say to us, please? He told, I can say only one thing, that I am nothing. I am nothing. It's right mood of dependence from the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Yeah. This right mood. Therefore, we should always remember that our progress in Krishna consciousness depends, absolutely depends from the mercy of the Lord. And we should always try to follow the instructions of spiritual master and mood which it's necessary for developing Krishna consciousness. We should always try to follow sincerely. And even in sometimes we cannot understand what to do, we will feel that what's wrong, what's right, what's wrong. And Krishna give us to understand what we should do in this particular situation. He helps us to survive in Krishna consciousness. I again want to read the translation. There are innumerable incarnations of Krishna, and there is no possibility of counting them. We can simply indicate them by giving the example of the moon and the branches of a tree. If you have some comments, questions, please.
And like I always used to wonder between expansions and incarnations. Amsa, Swamsa, Vivinamsa, different expansions, different incarnations. But this is like I think I can say for me the first time I find some satisfaction in your in the what you mentioned in the class. But if you would have to little bit more elaborate on expansion and incarnation.
This more or less technical. I don't want to go in details of explanation, but in this chapter, Madhya Lila is explained different expansions and incarnations. No, generally, there is Swayam Rupa of the Lord. Yeah. There is this kind of Swayam Rupa, Swayam Bhagavan, this Bhagavan Krishna in his expansions, which is non-different from him in his power. Yeah. There are many gradations also in this division. And they don't, there is no difference between these expansions. No difference, the same. They looks like the same. Yeah. And Tadakatma Rupa, it's incarnations of the Lord, which different in his bodily structures, bodily features from the original form of the Lord. And Shakti Vesha, yeah, this particular living beings who in whom the Lord invests his particular energy. Yeah, this kind of avatars can be living entity, not Vishnu Tat, Jiva Tat. But they have particular power of the Lord, which Lord healed them to make some mission. Like Narada Kumaras, Prithu Maharaj, this all, they all, and many others, they all Shakti Visha avatar. General, I don't want to. Swamsha is personal expansions, is Vipshinamsha is living being. Yeah, is separated particles of the Supreme Lord.
Manvantara avatars could be maybe explained their role.
Manvantara avatars. What means Manvantara avatars? It's 14 It's 14 sons of Lord Brahma who comes every day of Lord Brahma, Manu. The sons of Lord Brahma, 14 sons. Each day of Brahma, Manu, 14 Manu comes. 14. 14. They are ruler of universe. Manu is rulers of universe.
And Manu Samhita is named after
Manu Samhita, yeah, this rules which is given by Manu, ruler, Manu Samhita. This moral, to say, instructions, rules. Yeah. What we can do, what we cannot do, is Manu Samhita. Manu Samhita is not transcendental, it is moral. How to live in this world and not to commit sins.
Is it that these avatars, they don't have their own Vaikuntha planet, but expansions have their Vaikuntha planet?
Usually the avatars, little avatars, on Vaikuntha planets resides Vishnu forms. And therefore, this avatars resides in the Vishnu forms in spiritual world. The devotee in spiritual world, they have bodily features like they worship all deities. For example, in Brihad Bhagavatamrita explains the citizens of spiritual world. In some of them looks like Lord Varaha. Yeah, they have forms of like almost, not exactly, almost, because they worship deity was Varahadev. Yeah. There are many types of forms in spiritual world, not only to hands force like human being. There are many. It's what I know. Yeah, for example. Okay. Yeah, please.
Yeah, sorry, this I can hear. When Lord Krishna, he was in the Krishna avatar. So whether he was also there in Vaikuntha with his original identity as a Vishnu.
Is the Krishna? To hand forms Krishna is on planets of Vaikuntha is Vishnu.
Yeah, but when he was a Krishna, he was also there as a Vishnu in Vaikuntha.
I think Prabhu's question is when Krishna appeared 5,000
Yeah.
years ago
Yeah.
In Shamsundar Roops,
Yeah.
was he also present in the Vaikuntha
Simultaneously. Yes. This explains in Brahma Samhita, Galoka eva nivasatya kila bhuta. That means that Lord simultaneously present on Vaikuntha planets and Galoka Vrindavan. In the same, he makes his pastimes in the material world. Simultaneously present, yeah. Therefore, he can expand himself as many forms as he likes. And each of these forms has the same power. This philosophy of Vedic knowledge, Brahma Samhita, yeah, Bhakti Shastra, yeah, are simultaneously present. He's not go from Goloka and from Vaikuntha planet, yeah, simultaneously.
Yeah, it's like a tree and the branches.
Yeah.
The tree and
Yeah, he present simultaneously. All perfect person, yeah, unlimited in power, supreme Lord, yeah, supreme, unlimited, almighty. Thank you very much for your attention. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Mangala Vaisnava Prabhu ki.